Hey everybody, it's Shenanigans. I'm just going to be going over a little video of how I like to play my Holy Paladin in Legion. So, quite a few things have changed here. Still have a lot of the same talents, but um, there's a ton of new stuff. And Holy Paladins weren't really pruned that much. Trying to think of something, and I mean, we lose Denounce, and um, I don't know. I guess we lose our NS ability, um, executioner sentence, and there's a few other little things, but nothing. I mean, nothing huge. And we gain quite a few abilities. Holy Avenger is different, um, but yeah, I'll just kind of go over everything. First off, your holy and talents. We'll go through them. You have infuse friendly target. After 5 seconds, that heals them. So I haven't really used this that much because it's kind of a weird ability, and it doesn't. It it it's about one flash of light worth of heal. So I mean, I guess it's decent, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't use that. And then Light's Hammer, you know that you throw it on the ground, heals people. And then Crusader's Mind. This is a good new one. Crusader Strike reduces the cooldown of Holy Shock and Light of Dawn by 1.5 seconds, and you have 2 charges of Crusader Strike. So each time you use it, then you reduce the cooldown of Holy Shock. So it's actually really, really good. Next we have Divine Steed, Breakable Spear. This reduces cooldown of Divine Shield, Divine Protection, and Lay on Hands by 30%. But Lay on Hands isn't usable in Arena, so it's basically just for Divine Shield and Divine Protection, which is your bubble and your wall, which Divine Protection has actually been changed. It now just it's a flat 20% reduction instead of 40% magic. But you used to be able to glyph it to do 20% magic and 20% physical. Now it's just baseline 20%. And where was I? Yeah, and then Roll of Law, increase the range of your heals and the reach of mastery by 50%. Let's see here. Our mastery, we have 23%. So the closer you are, the more it heals, up to 23%. I haven't exactly tested this, but I mean 23% isn't gigantic. Um, Increase the range. Yeah, I'd have to mess around with this a little bit more because I don't know exactly how far away your mastery will start to drop off significantly. And um, Divine Steed is just it's way too good in PvP, honestly. Um, you have 3 seconds to freedom, and then use Divine Steed, and you have your mount speed for 3 seconds, and you can get away. It's 45-second cooldown. It's basically your only mobility move. Um, so without that, then you can't really you don't have really anything to get to escape. Next, we have Fist of Justice, Repentance, and Blinding Light. Blinding Light does damage, knocks people away, but what's cool about this is now non or holy damage won't break it. So it says non-holy damage will break the disorient. And so basically, if you use like your holy spells and stuff, you can actually still do damage to them while they're knocked down for 6 seconds or disoriented. Sorry. Repentance has been changed. It does damage now to 25%, and I haven't really used this a whole lot. The arenas I've done have just been with random people, and I haven't used any voice for like setups or anything. And I mean, it might be decent, but I mean, you really just want it for CC. I'm not sure why it does damage now. We'll see how that goes. And then you have Fist of Justice, which Judgment reduces his remaining cooldown, Hammer Justice by 10 seconds. So Judgment's 11.1 second cooldown, 1 minute cooldown. So yeah, You can reduce it by quite a bit, like half, almost. But that is with you casting Judgment on cooldown. It used to just reduce the cooldown by 30 seconds, which was a lot better because you didn't have to worry about using Judgment. But Judgment actually does a decent amount of damage now. So you want to use it on cooldown as much as you can. Next we have our auras, which we're finally getting back, which I love them. I love auras. Diva Aura. This used to be, this was one of the originals. These two were not. And so Devo, basically it's 20% damage reduction, but it's split. So in 3v3 arena, it's 6% for 3 people. Don't ask me why 6%, because that's only 18, but I guess they can't split 2%. Next here, it's Aura of Sacrifice. This is really good against like mages and or even rogues if you know you're gonna get sapped and stuff. You'll just use this, and if you're above 75% health, 10% of all damage taken is redirected to you, so you can't be sapped pretty much and sheeped, because it'll just break it once they start damaging your teammates. Here is Aura of Mercy, which is probably my favorite. I always use this against like caster teams pretty much. Physical damage, I like this better, Devo Aura, and but against like locks and stuff, like some cleave, this is actually really good healing because it's even more in arena. Not sure why that is, but yeah, I don't know, maybe it's a buff from, maybe I'm just thinking of a buff from my teammates, I don't know. I remember it being over 4,000, but anyways, let's move on. So those are your auras, and it says within 10 yards, but I'll get to the honor talents, and you'll be using this mainly, and so it's 30 yards. So don't worry about the 10 yards. It's actually a lot more than that, because 10 yards you basically have to be like really close. All right. Next we have Divine Purpose. Light as Dawn and Holy Shock have 15% chance to not start their cooldown and make their next cast free. It's decent. It's not a bad talent. The other two are better. Holy Prism, we know what this is. It's on live right now. It's decent heal, but I just find that Holy Paladins actually have enough right now, and we don't actually need it. So Holy Avenger is mainly what I choose, and I guess I can go over this a little bit more in detail later of why I choose this, and it's basically just for my play style. So yeah, the Holy Avenger, 1.5 minute cooldown, pretty short cooldown. Increase your haste by 30% and your Holy Shock healing by 30% for 20 seconds. It's actually really good. 30% haste, so that's with everything. That's I'm pretty sure it reduces the cooldown of Crusader Strike and Judgment by like 30% or something, because it haste affects this, but I could be wrong there completely, but I'm pretty sure that these are affected. The cooldown or the recharge rate is affected by haste. Am I wrong with that? Maybe. I don't. Could have sworn on live that's how it was. Maybe I'm wrong. Alright. So maybe that doesn't reduce cooldown. Oh, well, why don't I just click it and find out? Okay. 4.15 second. Use this. 3.1. Yep. Okay. 30% reduced, because that was 11 seconds. Alright. That's cool. I don't know why. There used to be something in the spellbook that told you. It's not here anymore. Unless they move this stuff. Nope. Okay. Alright. So yes, see, that does reduce cooldown of those things, which It's very good. Next we have our 90 talent tree, and casting Holy Light or Flash of Light on your beacon of light reduces the cost of your next Light of the Martyr by 35% and stacking. For those of you that don't know, this is one of our new spells. Light of the Martyr. You instantly heal for 1,000 or 144,684, and you take 50% of that damage that was healed. So I'm assuming for overhealing that you wouldn't take half of that if it doesn't heal that much, if that makes sense. But anyways, you can't use it on yourself. See, instant cast. Huh? No, it's not healing him at all, and I'm still taking damage. Okay. Figuring out something new every day. I haven't actually been playing beta for that long, but I have gotten the gist of it. But yeah, so you take, did that like crit or something? I just took like 170. What the? Oh, if the spell crits, it crits on you. Oh, huh, that's new. Or I guess it's not new, but I didn't know that. Okay, so basically you cast Flash of Light, Holy Light, and it reduces the damage you take. That's decent, just like Divine Purpose. These are just passive things, but this passive is much better. I'll just go ahead and go to it. Sanctified Wrath. Avenging Wrath lasts 50% longer and also reduces the cooldown of Holy Shock by 50%. It's really good. Avenging Wrath, if you don't know, that's our main cooldown for Holy Paladins. And I'll get into this later as well, because it's actually, yeah, there's a neat trick with this. But anyways, I'll show you the last one, Judgment of the Light. I was using this one for a while just to try it out. It's decent in BGs if someone is being focused. I haven't really found it that useful in Arena. But yeah, I mean, it's decent. So these three are all passives, and I just find Sanctified Wrath to be the best. Next, we'll go down here, Beacon of Faith. You know what that is, but it's 20% reduced effectiveness from your other beacon, Beacon of the Lightbringer. Alright, so basically this works as you put your beacon on this person, and can I put that on him? Yes. And now my healing to this guy, my mastery will be affected by how close my beacon of target is to him. So since he's closer, then it'll heal him for more. If that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining that well, but yeah, I'll just read it. Mastery. Lightbringer now increases your healing based on the target's proximity to either you or your beacon of light, whichever is closer. The healing and range of Light of the Dawn are increased by 30%. Who cares about that? It's crappy. Nope. Nobody uses that spell. It's good. That's really good. I prefer Beacon against Warlock teams or spread damage, but this is very good. Last we have Beacon of Virtue. Apply Beacon of Light to your target and 3 injured allies within 30 yards for 8 seconds. Your heals will heal all of them for 40% of the amount healed. This is really, really strong, but it replaces your Beacon of Light. So you lose your beacon. It's a very strong cooldown, only 12-second cooldown, but it's, I mean, it's not super mana hefty, but basically you just lose your beacon, and it applying to 3 injured allies. This isn't super effective in 3v3. You would really never use this, but in BGs in a big fight, it's actually decent. You just have to get good with it. Alright, so specialization, talents, honor tree. This is new for Legion. Like, finally they're doing something for PvP. Right here you have your prestige, which you can prestige and it resets all of these, and you go back to like level 1 of the new prestige, and you just get like a new transmog or something for your weapon. I will probably never prestige. I don't know. I guess I did in Call of Duty, but this just seems kind of weird. Maybe it'll be cool. Be like the 50th prestige, and I don't know how much it goes up to, but all right. Anyways, medallion is now an honor talent tree. You do not have medallion on, even though I'm a human. They changed our racial. I'll go ahead and go over the racial here. Every man for himself is now 2 minutes. It's always been 2 minutes. Removes all stun effects, and it shares a 30-second cooldown with your trinket. So if you use this, you can't trinket for 30 seconds. But it's very, 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 very. I'd say it's even better. Humans are even better now. There's no way. Well, now we have 2 trinkets. I mean, stuns are, to me, the most dangerous thing in PvP by far. A stun. You die in stuns. You get stunned and then CC'd out of the stun. Stuns are very, very dangerous, and with humans having 2 breaks for stuns, that seems even more OP to me. But hey, guess we'll find out. Anyways, medallion. In your first choices here, you have medallion. Adaptation, all loss of control effects within duration of with a duration of 5 seconds or more will activate your honorable medallion spell, but it only causes it to incur a 60-second cooldown. So this is, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff here that we'll be able to mess around and play with, and I think everybody's spec will be like this. Nobody's has it perfect right now, I guarantee you, but these are just kind of like what I like using so far. But this is very interesting because it's basically a trinket. If you get full sheeped, you're instantly out of it, but instead of waiting 2 minutes, it's 60 seconds to get out of the next full sheep. I can't see this being too good, especially if they just run up, like, if you're facing the team that you've been fighting for a while, because that happens, you're fighting them for the 3rd time now, and they know you use this, they're just going to sheep you right off the bat and not use anything and get that out of the way. I don't know. Maybe in VGs or something, this might be useful. I'm trying to think of something, but I really can't. Like, if the other team is smart, they're just gonna exploit it. Next here is probably the second best choice. Replaces honorable medallion, and duration of incoming crowd control effects is reduced by 25%. So it's passive. You take 25% less CC. So if you are orc, I'm pretty sure this does stack with the stun duration. So if you're gonna duel like a rogue or something and you use this and your racial, then you'll be pretty hard to kill. Last here we have Defender of the Week. After healing a target below 50% health, you gain 20% haste. Pretty good. Next, Fem and Vigor. While you are at or below 80% health, or excuse me, at or above 80% health, your healing is decreased by 20%. Pretty good, I would say as well. But this is what I've really been waiting for, honestly. This move right here is, hang on, I need to double check something, but this move is amazing. It's much better than Aura Mastery. Aura Mastery was what, like a 3-minute cooldown? Is the same cooldown here? Aura Mastery? Yeah, 3 minutes, but this is different now. It just increases your radius and makes your aura more powerful. So we don't have a real Aura Mastery. Like it doesn't make you immune to beam kicks. Yeah, increase healing 15%. Or effectiveness and radius is increased. So it's a good cooldown. It's just not the same. So, but this really, is amazing. Your next holy shite, your next holy light or flash of light is increased by 100%. Costs no mana and is usable and is unable to be interrupted. Excuse me, I can't read. Um, so basically, you know, you're fighting and everything, and you need to heal somebody. Did I already use it? Oh, I can't. I don't think I can use it because it's PvP talent. Yeah. Can I use it if I walk over here? This is a PvP area. Okay. Never mind. Alright, I can't use it. Anyways, you use it 45-second cooldown. This is amazing because with an aura mastery, people know you have it, right? So once you use it, then most people have something for it. Like if it's a rogue, you get gouged. If it's a warrior, you're gonna get figured. If it's a pharaoh, you're gonna get restunned or cloned, or knocked, or gripped, or I mean, you name it. People are saving something for your aura mastery. But with this being only a 45-second cooldown, it's really good, because that 3-minute fear that a warrior has, they can't fear all of them. I mean, you can be gouged on each of them, but the thing is, it doesn't have a time limit, so it's not going to run out. They're not going to CC you until it's gone and you've wasted all of your aura mastery. No, that's not going to happen anymore. Now it's very, very, very strong. At least I've noticed so far. It's honestly, it's pretty amazing. Next here we'll have Divine Vision, increase aura by 30 yards. Bound Freedom, Blessing of Freedom, increases movement speed by 20%. That's not like super good. Cleanse of the Week. This is interesting. When you dispel an ally within your aura, all allies within your aura are dispelled of the same effect. So I haven't really played around with this a whole lot. Divine Vision was just the obvious good choice for me. With Cleanse the Weak, Paladin can dispel poison, disease, and magic. Right? Poison, disease, magic. Yes. So, if somebody has a bunch of locked dots on them, you're gonna cleanse them all and off of everybody within your aura. But the problem is, you lose this, so it's only 10 yards. Everyone would have to pretty much be stacked for this to be effective, which isn't impossible, or within 10 yards of each other, which is very likely. But you do lose that, and so your passive will only be 10 yards. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure there'll be some comms that this will actually be better against. Alright, moving on. Holy Ritual. Allies are healed for a little bit when you put a blessing on them and when the blessing ends. It's really, really weak. I would never use this. Only 37,000. That's nothing. That's holy shucks, 123. This is, yeah, I would never use that. This one is also very interesting. Pallies, I remember we used to have something like this that would like, what was it? Would it reduce the duration of diseases and poisons, or I think maybe it was just reduced damage. I think maybe it was just reduced damage of them. But in our old talent trees, we used to have the same thing, same symbol, and it used to reduce damage of disease and poisons by a certain percent. So they brought this back, and it's kind of like that. And whenever you heal, whenever you or your allies within 10 yards are healed from any source, they're cleansed of all disease and poisons. So very strong, especially because unholy paladins are not unholy DKs and just DKs in general seem to be doing too much damage. So I can see this really dampering them, and also assassination rogues, because they're very, as far as I know, they're really poison dependent right now. So that would be very good against them. Last is what I use. Light's Grace passive. increase the healing done by your holy light by 100%. 100%. Holy light and flashlight do the same. Okay. Holy light's 2.31 second cast. Flashlight's 1.38. So, what is that? That'd be to cast 2 of these. That's 2. What, I can't even add. Maybe 2.7. No. 60, 70, 2.8 or something, which is quite a bit longer than Holy Light. So basically, by this increasing your Holy Light by 100%, it just makes it a lot better. Especially now that I feel like if you can avoid being kicked and you are able to bomb out heals, this is just much more mana effective. It's just better. It's just a whole lot better. And it also reduces damage taken by 5%, stacking it by 3 times. So if you are able to get off 3 of these, that's 15% less damage you're taking. So it's just really, really strong passive. I can see Pure of the Heart being used in Arena, but Light's Grace is very, very good. Next here is one of my favorite new things about Paladins. I made a video before and I called it a Nuking video, and this is it. This is the Nuking. This and Light's Grace, because basically whenever you heal someone, the amount you heal does 60% of damage to the people around them within 10 yards. And it's not spread, it's individually. So I've hit people for like 400k by using Divine Favor and Light's Grace and healing somebody for the full amount. Then the people all around them will be hit for like 400k. It's actually ridiculous, but it's really, really fun in BGs. Arena, it's still very strong, but BGs, it's retarded. I nearly top the charts like every game with damage just from this. You don't even have to do anything else. You just sit there and bomb. You just stand there and cast Solar Light and you're winning. So yeah, it's very strong. Next, Ultimate Sacrifice, pretty decent. Blessing Sacrifice now transfers 100% damage. If somebody's super low and you are using this, then it's basically immunity for them of damage. Last is Darkest Before Dawn, Overtime, Light of the Dawn, stacks up and does more healing. I was using this for the longest time until I realized that like Light of Dawn's good heal, but I mean it's not nearly as good as Holy Light once you have these two things. It's actually pretty incredible. It's a lot of fun. Next we'll have Spreading the Word. So if somebody's affected by an aura and you cast Blessing and Protection on someone, then all the other people affected by your aura take 30% reduced physical damage for 6 seconds. Or if you cast Blessing on Freedom on anyone, everyone in your aura is cleared of all movement and parent effects. So it's pretty strong. Very strong. Next, Blessing spells now have 1 additional charge. We're all used to this. So you have 2 Bobs, 2 Freedoms, 2 Sacks. It's very strong. But this is my favorite. This is a ton of fun. Honestly, this is like probably the most fun I've had in my Paladin in a long time. Since, I mean, even Wrath. This has been a blast, honestly. With Divine Favor, Light's Grace, and your Avenging Light, making your Holy Light nuke people, and Avenging Crusader, which I'm going to go over. It's amazing. So basically, it replaces Avenging Wrath, and people will freak out about that. They'll be like, "What? No, Avenging Wrath, no. That's our main ability, you know." But this is so good because it's 1 minute cooldown, so it's shorter than Avenging Wrath, and it's affected by Sanctified Wrath. Lasts 50% longer, reduces Holy Shock cooldown by 50%. So this is why I said I'd go over it again, because it makes it so good. And also with that, we'll have our like I said, the Sanctified Wrath is really strong with Avenging Crusader. So basically, you become the Ultimate Crusader. Increases all damage by 40%, and Crusader Strike and Judgment and Holy Shock already do a good amount of damage, but 40%, that's a lot of damage. You can easily 2v1 people, easy. Increase the cooldown recovery rate of Crusader Strike, Judgment, Holy Shock. They're all the recovery rate, not the cooldown, is increased by 50%. So basically, once you use it, then it just recharges faster. And you deal damage with those abilities. You and the nearest 2 injured allies will be healed for 200% of the damage done. So Crusader Strike and a BG, once you have Judgment on them, and then you Crusader Strike, because Judgment increases the damage that you deal with Crusader Strike and Holy Shock on that target by 30%. So that's new. So also that's why you want to use Judgment. But anyways, so your Judgment and you're spamming Crusader Strike, right? And you'll be hitting for around 200k. So what's 200% of that? Like 400k healing for an instant melee ability? It's incredible. You do a lot of damage and a lot of healing. You don't have to pay attention to anything. You run in there, you hit this button, you just start hitting things. Have mouse wheel up and mouse wheel down, and number 2, you just freaking spam all 3 of these things and you're winning. It's incredible. I mean, I don't like really how brainless this is, but it's so brainless that it's a lot of fun. I'm sorry to say. People will complain about this. I haven't looked at the forums or anything, but once people start really getting a hang of nuking with Holy Light, and then once people get up close to them and they pop Avenging Crusader, and it's only a 1 minute cooldown and lasts for 30 seconds, and I'm pretty sure it's even longer, Sanctified Wrath, because that's not showing the increased duration. I'm not in a PvP area, so it's incredible, honestly. So those are how you do damage. Holy Light's Grace, Avenging Wrath, and also I said I go over Holy Avenger again because this is how you nuke. You'll basically pop Holy Avenger and your new ability, which is from your weapon. And I'm not really going to go over the weapon. There's tons of people who have, and it's just passives basically, and a few abilities and increase, and then you have these things, which you'll figure it out. But basically, this is your ability that you get to use. And allies healed also receive 20% increased healing from your Holy Light, Flash of Light spells for 10 seconds by 20%. So that's very strong, especially when you're nuking. I can promise you it's very strong. If you want to get big crits and quick ones, you're going to pop Holy Avenger, and I don't even know what this is. Tires Deliverance. I don't know. But anyways, you pop out these, so you'll do 20% more healing, right? And then you just nuke Holy Lights and hope you get proc like that and you get a fast cast. You'll be healing more than that in a PvP area. I'm not sure why, because your gear doesn't go up, maybe just from other people's buffs, but I know that you heal for more. Alright, so yep, that's how you do your damage. You're gonna have, and also it's kind of situational, you know, like if you're able to stand back and cast, then you don't really want to, like if people aren't dropping too quickly, you don't want to use your cooldown, but when you need to, I go ahead and I use my Aura of Mercy, Holy Avenger, and Tires Deliverance all at once, and that's when nobody's on you. You're gonna pop all those, and that way you're just able to sit there and nuke out heals on people. And once you do, you'll be doing massive damage if they're actually taking damage. If the person you're healing is taking damage, then 60% of what you heal is going to do damage to everyone around them. So if they're like up in the midst of things with a bunch of people on them, you'll be doing a ton of damage because it's not spread like your 60% of the heal isn't spread out to everyone. It's 60% individually, like I said earlier, which I'm so just amazed that they have that in this game. Yep. So Avenging Crusader, amazing. Avenging Wrath, or like whatever, amazing. Light's Grace, amazing. Time Favor, amazing. So all these things are so strong, so strong. Anything else I really want to go over? I think that's about it. I'll have a few little videos. Maybe I'll do some commentary on them. Of me just doing damage and healing, and basically with Holy Paladins, it's the same thing now. So I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks.